This is Motorola, which is Frederick Bond's latest masterpiece. Conceptualised to create a feel and look for the film that everyone could buy into prior to shooting. There was a lot of cables on set, which we used for some of the shots with the real cables. There are also places in shots on the off chance that we could use a certain amount of real cables and combine those with 3D cables. This is always a great lighting reference for us, as well as animation reference. As the job actually progressed in post-production, though, it became evident that some of the animated wires we were getting were starting to look so good, and we had so much more flexibility with what we could do with them. We ended up actually pushing the job more and more into using the 3D cables to get some of the dynamic moves that we were actually after. Hitesh took a lot of digital stills on set and on location, taking some great sky references. Frederick was after a very cinematic opening shot, and I think this shot really did set the look for the whole film. We started to add a lot of subtle cables at the beginning shots, which were combined with the real cables, and Hitesh did a great job of just integrating these and making these look completely real. And they just start to add a sinister feel to the film, and the feeling that the cables have got more life, and I think they work really well. There's a lot of real cables shot in camera here, pulled away from him on wires, and we embellished this shot so we could control a lot more with the 3D cables where they actually flew. The shot here was shot in a Scorpio head, so we could repeat this move and have different elements going off in the set. And then we combined the elements that we thought would work with our 3D animation. We were constantly sitting with Frederick coming up with good solutions, new dynamic animations, how much more we could push the shot. In context of the film, the client felt that the concept was clearer having the earpiece go into the boy's ear. This actually meant us removing the original earpiece that was in there, which we did through making some digital stills of ear here and projecting that onto our 3D model. This originally, there was a lot of cable shot as reference in camera for this, but I think this is a good example of how the more we started animating it and the more Tom was able to be creative with his animations, the more we were realising we could achieve a lot more flexibility in 3D, and we could actually create something with some extra life to the cables. So you can see here the 3D passes that we had for compositing in 2D. There's a lot of plate fixes that were needed as well, but it was great having the real reference so we could see how far we could push the 3D, but still keeping it looking as realistic as possible. Everyone loved the close-up shot of the cables being pulled through the floor, and we wanted to try and replicate this more on the following shot. We actually had to clean out the original cables in this shot. We were sharing some of the 3D cameras we were doing between 3D and 2D, and cleaning up plates and using projections in flame to actually give the 3D guys clean plates back, to which they could actually put their 3D animation over the top.